Hey guys, welcome to Boxing Squared for boxing news and views from around the internet. Deontay Wilder, he has tried to defend his career and level of opposition by trying to turn it around on the fans, by saying fans don't do their research. Really, Deontay? Really, it's come to this? We've been waiting how many years for you to put a signature win on your record, and now you try to tell us that, oh, actually, we've got it all wrong and we should have a better look at your record? Okay, where to begin with this feebleness? Let's start with the exact statement for proper context. So this is from a piece that he did with Premier Boxing Champions. You can find it on their Facebook page and on YouTube, I believe. So this is a 5-minute 20 unedited piece where he's just basically speaking at the camera. So here is his quote. "So many people criticize me, what I've done, my opponents. My thing is, if they go do their research, state the facts, then it's more acceptable, it's more appreciated. But nowadays people don't do research on people, they just go off hearsay." So then he talked about legendary champions having done the same thing as he did. The only difference is, and this is his quote here, the only difference is there was no internet, no social media to put things out. They gave credit to them to this day. Wow, where to start with that lot? A lot to unpack. Okay, so I'll get to his record in a moment, but first a few salient points on some of what he was just saying. Deontay, people only criticize your record because they believe there should be more meat on the bone. It's basically fleshless at the moment. It's not so much what you have done, but it's what you haven't done that's the problem. Simple fact, you haven't got a top tier name on your record. This whole carry on about people not doing their research, well, that's just patently ridiculous. That is flat out ridiculous. With the internet and smartphones and other smart devices, we can analyze your record more closely than ever before. People are going to BoxRec, they're going elsewhere, they are looking at your record going, crikey, it's a bit thin, there is nothing really there. This is a guy who's been WBC champ for almost 3 years. So saying, look at your record again, well, that's exactly what I've just done. I just did my research and it didn't change my mind. I looked at your opponents. I'm not going off hearsay. And for you to accuse fans of not doing their research because your record is light of good wins, well, that's just crap. That's crap, mate. So no, Deontay, your record is not more acceptable when the research is done. If anything, it just proves there's a gaping hole where a signature win should be. So stop flapping your gums about, I want to fight this guy, I want to fight that guy. Actually make a credible fight. Stop talking and start walking. Get Stavern out of the way, and you can fight anyone you want. You can have those top tier fights that you say that you crave. You know, I'm probably going to get some Wilder fangirls going nuts about this video, but you know, look, I don't care. I've kind of had enough now. I mean, as a fan, these comments that he's saying people don't do their research and trying to defend his career because there's nothing there, I took those comments as a personal affront. This is a guy who actually has a lot of potential, but there's zero follow through. He must be delusional if he's actually believing what he says. Okay, next point. Trying to harken his record back to the days of old. Okay, well, he's got half a point there. Back in the day, and even to this day it must be said, fighters work through the levels, and oftentimes, you know, when you start your career and you're in the early stages, these guys, you know, aren't top opposition that you're facing. More often than not, they're either flat out bums or journeymen. Case in point, Mike Tyson, he had a litany of bums on his record. That's a fact. And he is called on it. To this day, he is called on it. It's widely recognized Mike Tyson fought a long line of bums. I mean, that is why there's all these debates about where Mike Tyson actually rates in the scheme of things in terms of best heavyweights. But here's the thing, Deontay. These legendary champions that you speak of, they got legendary by eventually fighting the best, or the best guys around. At some point, they stopped fighting pedestrian-level fighters and squared off against the best. Ali, Frazier, Foreman, Holmes, Holyfield, Tyson, Lewis. They faced guys way above the level of competition on your record. And that's a fact. Which brings me to your record, Deontay Wilder. You've been champ for almost 3 years. You beat Stiverne to take the belt. You've had 5 voluntary defences: Molina, Duhaupas, Spilka, Areola and Washington. Those guys are just solid at best. And the fact after 38 fights and 3 years or near 3 years as champ, Stiverne is still the best name on your record. Not good. Not good at all. To be fair though, you were robbed of the chance to face a mandatory challenger in Alexander Povetkin when he allegedly popped dirty for pets. So that wasn't your fault. That was his. But your response, what was it? You didn't call out any big names or try to get into a big fight. Instead, you chose to fight Chris Areola. I mean, come on. This is why fans have trouble getting on board and being a Deontay Wilder fan. There's some serious credibility issues that need to be addressed. So when I heard Wilder defending his record and trying to essentially say fans were uninformed, I thought, no, I have to balance this shit out, because it is shit. Wilder, fight someone decent, then maybe we will give you the respect you so obviously and desperately crave. What do you make of all this? Drop a comment, hit like and subscribe. I'm out.